in the world. Allow us to introduce ourselves. We are the Group 4 and we will talk about our advocacy and relation as a citizen. Since the end of its economic boom, the Philippines has been one of the first countries in the world. A poverty incident report done in 2015 showed that 26.3% of the Filipino population live in poverty. Because of the many people reliant on agriculture for an economic and inequality in wealth distribution. About 17.6 million Filipinos struggle to afford basic necessities. A factor of systemic poverty is a lack of access to education in improvised areas. People gain basic skills and increase job opportunities through education, but many of the Filipinos can afford to enroll even in public schools. Among various indicators of poverty, Filipinos were found to be most deprived in gaining access to education. Filipino from rich households or living in cities and developed towns have more access to private schools. In contrast, less favored groups are more bound to deal with lack of classrooms, teacher, and means to sustain top-notch learning.
Due to COVID-19, education issues in the Philippines have increased and received new challenges that worsen the current state of the country. The sudden events brought about by the health crisis, distance learning modes via the internet or TV broadcasts were ordered. Further, a blended learning program was launched in October 2020, which involves online classes, printouts, and lesson broadcasts on TV and social platforms. Thus, the new learning pathways rely on students and teachers having access to the internet. This yet brings another issue in the current system. Millions of Filipinos don't have access to computers and other digital tools at home to make their blended learning worthwhile. Hence, the value of tech in learning affects the many students. Also, parents and guardians' top concern with this are
money for mobile load, lack of gadget, poor internet connection, students struggles to focus on learning online. Parents lack knowledge of their kids, lessons, quality budget cost, and lack of resources are some of the most issue in the Philippines when it comes to education. All these add to the big picture of the current system growing concerns. Being informed with this is a great first step to know where we can come in and help in our own ways before we talk about how you can take part in the various efforts to help address these issues. Let's talk first about what quality education is known and how we can achieve it.
Gaano nga ba kalala ang learning loss sa Pilipinas?
What quality education means? It is one that provides all learners with what they need to become economically productive, that help lead them to holistic development and sustainable lifestyle. Further, it leads to peaceful and democratic societies and strengthens one's well-being. Of course, any country would want to build and keep a standard version for its learning system. One that promotes cultural diversity, is free from bias, offer a safe space and respect for human rights and form traits, skills, and talents among others. With the country's efforts to address the growing concerns, one key program that is set to come out is the pre-required education from TESTA, with efforts to focus on honing skills including technical and vocational ones. Also, OSWA will be covered in the grants of the CHED. Students must not take learning for granted. In times of crisis and sudden changes, having access to education should be valued. Aside from the fact that it is a main human right, it also impacts the other human rights we have.
Shed a light of hope for street children to reach their dream is a simple way to help kids in the street. Building a system that empowers the youth means helping them to reach their full potential. During these times, they need aid from those who can help uphold the right of the less privileged. This includes kids in the street and the right to to attain quality education. By this, you may hold the power to change lives, one child at a time. Donate or volunteer and help street kids to learn and reach their dream and bring the sense of hope and bring toward a bright future.